Hey guys, Waddler-D here. We're back for more Super Bomberman 2, and we are now at the finale, or at least the final level of this game. And the Dark Stage, aka Plasma Palace, is easily one of the worst and most evil levels I've ever played in a Bomberman game. And there's a good reason why. As you can see, the screen is really dark, and no, it is not me recording it at this brightness. It is actually this freaking dark in the game, so keep that in mind while you're running about. And of course, we have this wonderful enemy called the Pinnacle. They pretty much are your initial enemy that you'll run into, and they can be quite the nasty threat, honestly, because their movement is pretty erratic, as you can see. And they move fairly fast, so if you're stuck with the initial setup, good freaking luck to you, because this is where you're going to get really, really tested. You might be able to get through the factory stage with the initial setup, but here, I highly, highly doubt it. I cannot see many people doing that, but if you can, all the power to you, because that just shows you that you are a much better Bomberman player than I am. Now, as you can see, there is a light switch which will definitely help you see your way, and it will definitely give you some sense of security, but it also can fuck around with the enemies in this stage. And yeah, as you can see, when you have full power in this particular situation, you run into the first world problem of Bomberman having too much firepower, aka the switches. Fun. 5-2 is definitely a nice addition to the introduction of the Dark Stage, because you get introduced to the wonderful friends of the push blocks again, and god, I did not want to see these things again, mainly because it forces you to go slowly through the level, just like that Pinnacle when you turn on the lights. So keep that in mind while you're turning on and off lights, that some enemies will react greatly and others will not react greatly, like the Kuragaran. These guys will actually move faster when the lights are on, and more erratic too. But when you have the lights off, they're pretty much like the Pinnacle when the lights are on, if that makes any sense. So, Pinnacle, really freaking fast at night. Kuragaran is really slow at night. It kind of makes sense. It's kind of a nice little inverse of things. So you can't have any safety if you have both these enemies on the map at the same time. So just keep that in mind while you're turning on and off lights. But at the very least, these guys are actually much worse than the Kurgan, because they move a lot more erratic and they are much faster in my opinion. So definitely consider turning off the lights from time to time, especially in this level, because this level doesn't have a lot of hazards that you are kind of obscured from. I mean, it's pretty simply like, just watch out for the mines that are in plain sight, and you'll be fine. Now, just take this in for the moment, because now the game is going to start amping it the hell up. Because now we got mines that are hidden. That is bullshit. I kid you not. The biggest dick move ever in a Bomberman game is to put mines that are hidden until you are literally up close to it. And of course we have the wonderful Munchie jump back, which will eat your bombs. There's a nice little example of that damn mine. And of course I happen to blow up the door, so be careful with that situation while you're running about. And as you can see, pits are just appearing out of nowhere. This is another gimmick of this level. Oh, screw you, I don't want that. Yeah, if you run over a certain section of floor, the floor starts to crumble away, and it's really hard to see when the screen's dark like this, but you will definitely see it once we turn on the lights here. And we have this guy called Electro. They're kind of dangerous. They're pretty much their strategy is to move around with the intent to kill Bomberman, and when they get up into your face, they will try to electrocute you by just shooting out all these thunder and rage from their freaking headset. So as long as you keep yourself far away from the electricity, you should be okay. And there's an example of the crumbling floor right there. As you run over it, it starts to crack, and then when you run over again, it will then turn into a flat-out pit, which that you can't run over. So keep that in mind while you're running about. But in this case, it seems that I avoided all the hidden landmines. There's only about 2 or 3 in this level, honestly. And then we get a bit of a break. I really hope you have remote bombs here, though. And there's a nice, clear example of the... Oh, you piece of crap explosion. But yeah, that's the hidden landmine there. It looks like that when you're right next to it, but you have to be right next to it to actually see it. Kind of a dick move, because... I don't know. It just drives me crazy that I have to be so methodic in my movements, because they're there to pretty much punish the players that are moving too damn fast for their own good. And if you have full power, you're gonna end up doing that. Just like ended up gonna freaking blow up the door again and activate the security system. Yeah, of course, collateral damage to myself. And then we have the persistent coins. This is the only level they actually appear in, and they are pretty much a moot point. They're not something to really worry about. And to be fair, I'm kind of glad, because I need less enemies to be afraid of at the moment. And yet, more first world problems with the fully powered Bomberman. Yeah, this level is just aggravating. And then we start getting introduced to one of the most dickest levels in the game. Notice how many freaking hidden landmines there are. Ooh, are you serious? Nice, thank you. Because, you want to know something? Every space that doesn't look like there's a landmine, there's probably a landmine. So, whenever you get to a point where the blocks just don't seem to, seem to hint of something, it's a good hint. You should just set explosions off left and right until you get where you need to go. Because otherwise, you will be taking a lot of unnecessary damage and or deaths in this level. And you really do not want that at all. Especially with this boss coming up. Yeah, you definitely want to be at your biggest and brightest, because if you do not get through this level without at least some firepower, you will probably die to the boss and have to redo all this shit. It is easily one of the most agonizing parts about this game, and easily one of the reasons why I hate this level, and why I probably gave up when I was younger, because this freaking stage sucks so much. I have no love for the dark stage. It just... And of course the regenerating soft blocks to screw you over. I love that part as always. God forbid. Man, I came to this level with at least 5 hearts, I feel like, and now I have like 2. Okay, thank you for that ice cream cone. It'll make me feel a little bit better. And of course we got more Kiragaran. These guys have such a hard to pronounce name. I really wish they should just call them something that made more sense, like Spikies or something. I don't know. But yeah, we have this nice little switch medley here, where you have to make sure you don't pretty much set off all the switches that you already have lit. Man, this game just really wants to punish you every sorts of ways. Oh, you have too much power? Well, don't hit all the switches wrong. And now, the hardest freaking level in the game. Because of this situation. Immediate enemy entrapment with mines surrounding your position. So if you panic and move in the wrong direction, you die. If you have no hearts, which you may very well at this point. So if you do have hearts, prepare to lose them and possibly die shortly after. Because this level is meant to wear down any Bomberman that's unprepared for it. And trust me, if you don't know this stage, you will be very unprepared for it. Just like I was unprepared for that premature explosion of my trigger finger. Yeah, this level can just go to hell. But there is some good news. If you are smart enough to not make use of that second push block in the wrong way, you actually will be able to get back here, which gives you access to the light switch. But more importantly, you're going to get also some good access to a particular friend that we've already ran into, another mini Bomberman. Hell yes, because this thing will definitely be very useful for the events that will be coming up. You want to have all the lives you can muster before heading into the final set of stages after this. And of course we got these assholes again. It might not be a bad idea to turn off the lights before you head up here, just to make these guys a little bit more tamer and slower and a lot easier to deal with. But at the very least, they aren't that bad, thankfully. Oh, man. Yeah, as you can see, they can be very nasty if they're pretty much agitated like they were. But once you kill all the enemies, you don't have to worry about switches for a damn change. You just have to worry about pushing things in the right order, which in some respects it shouldn't be that hard, considering that the game kind of like puts the holes right next to the push block. So you shouldn't have any problems getting to the exit. But if you happen to trap yourself from the exit, well, I don't know what to tell you. Honestly, it shouldn't happen at this point. You have pretty much gotten to the end of this game. You should be very smart and very aware of how to get through a level. So now we have to get introduced to him. Plasma Bomber. And he is actually a difficult bomber to fight because he has the ability to throw bombs, and he can throw up to 3 of them. And if they hit you on the head, which they very well will happen, you'll lose your shit, and it sucks a lot. So try not to have that ever happen to you, otherwise you will be kicking yourself, just like Plasma Bomber just kicked himself for running into his own damn explosion. That's usually what's gonna... Oh, damn it. Okay, that sucked. Now, this is what happens when you lose a life. You're gonna have to play grab the shit before this guy blows it all to Kingdom Come, and that sucks a lot. Because you have to pick up a particular item, and that is the item that he's standing on, the Power Glove. If you do not have this item, you'll learn a very terrible truth very soon. Because this item is essential for your success. If you do not have it, oh, you gotta fucking be kidding. Wow, that is so much bullshit right there. I had 3 items taken from me in one fell swoop because of that damn bomb throw of his. So I'm just gonna blow myself up. There's no point in moving on. I kid you not. There is no point. You're a bastard. You know this, Plasma Bomber? Now, I think the best strategy for this guy is to not be passive. You want to be aggressive and shake things up. And you definitely do not want to run into his damn explosions. God. So, I suggest this. Make a lot of hell. Try to pretty much clear as much soft blocks as possible so you can grab up all the power-ups, and try to prioritize Power Glove and remote bombs over anything. A heart even is not that important because you could very well lose both your hits. And the best way to take care of Plasma Bomber is to try to trap him in a situation where he has to take a long walk and use his own bombs against him, with your bombs being the catalyst. It's a really tricky fight, but if you get through it, you might have a chance of beating the game, especially if you have the Power Glove. But you have to deal with this son of a bitch. Yes, this boss takes 28 hits. Wow. And of course he's equipped with a very annoying ass move. These little skulls will trap you, possibly, and you can't blow them away with bomb explosions. You can possibly block them from breaching you with bombs, but that could also put you in a pretty bad situation where you kill yourself. Maybe. But consider that in mind while you're running about and panicking as these things are going out. So give this boss absolutely no mercy. Hit him as much as you can, as hard as you can. And if you do not have remote bombs, this battle is going to be a lot harder and a lot longer. So, please try to bring remote bombs to this fight to make it go a lot faster and a lot quicker, because you want to be on to the next stage of this fight as fast as you can. And remote bombs are clearly the best way. But if you do not have them, you can stick to the Power Glove to throw bombs at this guy, which you should have anyway. So just stick to that main gun if you do not have remote bombs. As you can see, after 28 hits, he blows the hell up, and we might have the end of the game right here. What are you doing? He's gonna shake my hand. Oh, what the hell? Oh, damn it! Oh, should have known. Yeah, Jigazu or Gonzu. This guy is the final boss, alien overlord of, I guess, the Dastardly Bombers, and there is no way to kill this guy without the use of the Power Glove, as you saw. Explosions do jack shit to him. That is bad news for you if you do not bring the Power Glove with you, because that means you have to kill yourself. Because there's nothing you can do except just dodge for the rest of eternity. It's really, really annoying to have to keep this in mind while you're doing this. And it could very well happen when you get to this boss without the Power Glove and get to this point and you're like, what the hell? All I gotta say is that this boss is one reason why Super Bomberman 2 might need some PR work. Like, for instance, maybe do like they did in the first Super Bomberman game, where they gladly would eventually give you the Power Glove tile after a bit of time with the boss. Here, they're just like, oh, I really hope you had the mindset to bring this with you, otherwise you are dead. But if you have brought it with you, you should be okay as long as you keep yourself far away from the boss. Oh crap, this place is going under. Bomberman, there is no emergency exit, man. You're pretty dead. Well, guys, it's the end of Bomberman. No more Bomberman games. Ever. Wait, what? Well, guys, this has been Super Bomberman 2, and that was probably the weirdest conclusion to a Bomberman game I've ever seen. Kind of humorous, but I guess Bomberman did what he did best, blow shit up, including himself, sorta. But as Bomberman tumbles through space thinking about his life and his friends on Earth, or Planet Bomber, we reflect on this game and how dickish it has been. It has easily been one of the hardest Bomberman games I've ever played, because, holy crap, Stage 5 can go to hell, Stage 4 can fall far behind it, and Stage 3 should just be in a bag that Stage 4 is carrying. Because, holy crap, this game can be incredibly dickish, and there's not much you can do about it other than just deal with it. Despite all of that, I enjoyed playing this game. And super okay. That is quite a adjective to that title. Super producer. And of course, Hudson Soft, I salute you. I really am sad to see you go. But we will play another Bomberman game here soon. So don't worry about that, guys. We still have Bomberman going on here. Wait, what? What? Bomberman, how are you not a... Never mind. Planet Bomber gravity apparently is just comforting to the inhabitants on it. So nevertheless, we are done with this game, but we are not done with this Let's Play just yet. We have to do Battle Game. And then we are going on our merry ways with some other LPs. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and here's some passwords that will help you out if you're having any trouble with this game. Adios.